Curious butterflies.
You mean bread and butterflies?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see you. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. So today I'm going to attempt to make homemade boba. Now I know what you're thinking, why in the world would you want to make homemade boba? Just go to the store and pick it up. Well, since stores have mostly been closed and lines are super long for a boba, I decided to make it myself. Also, I just love boba. It's milky, it's icy, it's sweet and delicious, and I love those tapioca balls at the bottom of the cup. And that is what I'm making today. So strap on your seatbelt and get ready for a wild ride. Because I have tried to make this before and it actually was a horrible disaster. They turned out really big and they wouldn't fit through the straw, so hopefully it goes better this time. Okay, so the ingredients are deceivingly simple. You actually only really need two things: dark brown sugar and tapioca flour, or tapioca starch, same thing. Now this is optional, but I am using Hershey's dark cocoa powder because a lot of people don't know this, but boba is actually more of a whitish or light brown color. When I was doing my research, I found out that a lot of the boba shops actually add black food coloring to their boba to give it a darker color. But I decided to use a dark cocoa powder to give mine a more dark and luscious look to it. So 125 grams of tapioca flour with 10 grams of cocoa powder. And I'm just gonna whisk it together. So now in the saucepan, I'm going to combine my brown sugar, a little bit of tapioca starch, and some water. Set this mixture on the stove top. Turn it to medium. Turn the heat off and add the rest of the tapioca starch. Continue mixing it until it's kind of more of a cohesive lump. So now I'm going to turn out this mixture onto my countertop and kind of knead it until a smooth, soft dough forms. Okay, so now I've been rolling this for like 10 minutes. It looks so perfect. It's so soft and smooth. I love the texture. I am going to roll it into snakes, cut those up, and then roll them into my little boba balls.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
This is what they look like when they're all rolled out. And I toss them in tapioca starch so they wouldn't stick together. I have put a pot of water to boil. And I'm just going to go ahead and gently pour in my boba. So after you pour them in, just go ahead and stir vigorously so they don't stick together.
What a wonderful world.
I painted my nails. So now it's time to make the milk tea. I am using Earl Grey because that's my favorite. So what we're gonna do is pour 4 cups of milk in here and essentially make a giant cup of tea. Basically, you're just gonna wait for the milk to steam and then you're gonna let it steep for 20 minutes. It's nice and dark, it looks beautiful, but as you can see, I think one of the tea bags exploded, so there are quite a bit of little tea leaf specks in there. So I'm gonna use a paper towel to try to drain out the pieces. Just gonna line my strainer. Yay, it totally worked. It's nice and creamy and ready for my boba. So regular boba actually doesn't have that much flavor, so I'm going to make a brown sugar syrup to soak the boba in. So to make your brown sugar syrup, Combine your boba with 50 milliliters water and 35 grams of brown sugar. Then put your stove to low heat and let this cook down for 5 minutes. Once it starts to become thick and viscous, that's when you know it's done. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Oh my gosh. Well, they actually taste really good. Dude, last time they did not turn out this way, I'm telling you. I love the Earl Grey tea, and the boba just has the perfect amount of sweetness to it. Yay! Alright, well thank you guys so much for joining me on my boba journey. There's been ups, there's been downs, but overall it's been delicious. So happy that I was finally able to conquer the boba, and it is so good. I'm definitely going to be keeping this in my recipe file. So I'm also going to try another way. I brewed my tea separately from my milk, so I have some nice strong tea. So I decided to try it a new way, like I just showed you, and it is still just as good. It makes kind of a cooler effect, but the first milk tea probably tastes better. This one's a little more diluted because of the water. Both of them are so good. And now I'm gonna be up all night because it's 6 p.m. and I just had like 8 tea bags of Earl Grey, so it's like 8 cups of tea. Oh well. Yay, boba!